Alright, well, it's time to do the World Today Smackdown review. Um, yeah, Smackdown kind of sucked. Um, I don't know about this build to WrestleMania. It's not a good build at all. They keep on, they keep on showing like this Pat McAfee thing burying the company. Let's just kind of get on to it here. So Rhea Ripley opened up the show. Well, first of all, before that, the Cody Rhodes was outside the arena talking to Nick Aldis, who said Pat McAfee wasn't here yet, but he's on his way. Aldis said he has strict orders from above that Rhodes cannot touch McAfee. So the story is that McAfee is being protected by the TKO bosses. So Rhea Ripley was angry on the way. She said that Jay Cargill made this personal by attacking her best friend Io Sky with the Peter kendo sticks. Io made her entrance and Rhea Ripley what she was doing out there. Sky said she knows Rhea is angry and Sky is angry too because Jade attacked her, but Sky said that she knows Rhea will get Jade at WrestleMania, but Sky wants to face her tonight. Ripley said Sky is not 100% after what happened on Monday, and then Ripley said she can handle it, so so that was set up a match later on. Jay Cargill faced Io Sky. Next was Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. This was an 11-minute match with Alexa Bliss getting the win by the most devastating move in all the sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up. They've been doing that for like how long in WWE in general. But it was a good match. I mean, Bayley and Alexa are good two professional wrestlers. It was evenly matched, so yeah. So it was a really good match. A replay there is Sami Zayn beating Kamala Hayes. That was another bizarre segment. Kamala Hayes was in the trainer's room while Matt Condona said that Mella has to wait it out. And Trick and Liliati in a gingerbread man shirt walked in. Mello said that he has to rehab his knee. Mello said that he hopes Trick wins at WrestleMania. Mello said he's coming for his title on the other side. Mello didn't want to hear more from Trick. Matt said he didn't like what Lil Yachty was saying, and Trick argued with Matt, so Yachty suggested a match. And yeah. And this next segment was good. It was Drew McIntyre with the video package. He was featured in the video package saying Jacob Fatu was a failure as a man and a father. Drew said that Jacob's family is probably most familiar with seeing him right here. A jail cell, and Drew said that this cell represents who Jacob is and always will be, a convict. Drew said that Jacob chose a life of crime instead of being a father. Drew told Fatu he didn't belong in WWE because he belongs in the cage since he's an animal. Drew said that he'll beat Fatu within an inch of his life and Jacob will end up back in jail. Drew said that the system failed him since they let Jacob go. Drew said that Jacob stole Drew's WWE title from him, and Drew said that WrestleMania he'll be Jacob's judge, jury, and executioner. It was really good. And then Jacob Fatu was showing on the TV backstage as Kathy Kelly asked for his thoughts. Fatu said we live and direct in San Jose, the Bay Area. Solo arrived with the MFTs, and Kathy left. Solo said that Fatu is the only one with family in the Bay. Solo said that Fatu is an embarrassment to the family. Fatu challenged Solo to a match. Solo said this isn't where somebody attacked Fatu and knocked his teeth out, but nobody knows who did it. So Solo suggested Tama for a match with Fatu. So, oh boy. I'm hoping they don't interfere in that match. And then there was a Royce Keys video package, Powerhouse Hobbs. We finally heard from him after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. He faced off against Sperto in about a 3-minute match. Yeah, Royce Keys was on the offense for the win. Sperto only hit like a couple moves, but he was just an enhancement talent here. So yeah. And then Pat McAfee was showing up in a Ram truck. Since last week they mentioned. Oh no, they would be this week. A Ram truck. McAfee asked Aldis if he has told them. Aldis said he informed everyone in WWE that no one is allowed to put their hands on McAfee under any circumstances. And then McAfee walked in the building when Jelly Roll asked if McAfee told Orton to RKO him. McAfee told Orton to kill everybody, but Jelly shouldn't have been out there. Jelly said that Pat shouldn't be involved. So yeah, so then we'll hear from Pat McAfee and Cody Rhodes. And Pat McAfee, this was like a full WCW 2001 segment where they're burying their own company. Pat McAfee, he called San Jose a crap hole. I mean, I like Pat McAfee is very entertaining, and some of the things that he did say were pretty funny and accurate, but why get involved in the story? Like, if he would have did like an individual act and just showed up and just did this heel promo, it might have been a little bit better, but still, you're still burying your own company. Yeah, and then Pat said you cheer for 3 spineless burns like CM Punk. Pat asked the fans if they liked it when Punk called them Pat McAfee. And Pat said it was hard to take Punk seriously when he was wearing officially licensed WWE merchandise. Pat claimed Punk had 283 items for sale on WWE's shop. Pat talked about Punk getting that merchandise money from TKO. Pat said that Punk is a fraud, like any other politician. Pat did the middle finger salute, which was actually interesting to see, because WWE straying away from doing that. Like, even Austin didn't really do that since it's been PG. So, but this segment was not a PG segment. So you kind of wonder if they're maybe changing the rating. And then Pat said when Punk complained about the ticket prices being so high, when Fat Punk is the main eventer, he couldn't help but agree with him. Pat put over Randy Orton being the main event of WrestleMania, and Pat claimed he decided to be the fans' heroes while calling them scumbags. Paul threatened a fatso in the crowd. Paul talked about how Ram trucks are the official sponsor of WrestleMania, and Pat claimed that he asked Ram to give 25% off tickets from now until Monday's Raw. And Pat said he could thank him, and the fans booed him. But Pat did not recommend anybody watch WrestleMania Sunday. So you're burying your own WrestleMania show. You're telling fans to just watch Saturday and don't worry about Sunday. And I believe the 25% off, which is for WrestleMania Saturday. So, I don't know who Pat McAfee is feuding with, because he was burying CM Punk, and then he went after Cody. And, yeah, and then Randy Orton will save this business while winning his 15th world title. Pat asked San Jose if they ever won a standing clap. The fans booed. And here comes Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes made his entrance. Yeah, Cody said that Pat doesn't belong here. which is true. Like he just kind of got inserted into that role. Cody said that he knows he can't touch him. Cody said he can give Pat a replica title and let him do a superstar entrance. Cody said Pat could go back to whoever sent him here and say thank you, Daddy. Cody said that Pat was looking for a play wrestler. Cody said that Pat mentioned the Attitude Era, which was nearly 30 years ago, and Randy Orton debuted in 2002, which was after the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era ended in 2001, and then 2002 was the Ruthless Aggression Era. So he was in high school during the Attitude Era, and Cody said that Paul Bosch used to say that marks are not marks and they are customers. Cody said that when you're in the spot that Cody is, they are not customers, they are family. And Cody said that Pat has a gift and is not that kick. Cody said at WrestleMania the fans want to see Randy Orton and they do want to see Pat McAfee. Cody said go home Pat, and the fans cheered. And Pat said I am home, you deep quad, and he was born in this business, and Cody was born to be in this business, and Cody was born in this business. Pat said that Cody is a golden boy. I mean, some stuff that Pat says is true. Pat said that Cody is the fakest dude on earth with a spray tan, dyed hair, fake teeth, and a $10,000 suit because Ric Flair used to do it. Pat called Cody a cosplay champion who he's going to get rid of with Randy Orton. And Pat said that if Orton doesn't walk out of WrestleMania as a 15-time world champion, you never see Pat in this business again. And then Pat did the middle finger salute. Cody told Pat to take his shades off. Was Pat too high to remember that he was eating on the table for 3 years? Then Pat said that Cody's always been an elite runaway artist. An AEW reference when he ran away from AEW. And Pat wondered if Cody is going to suck Triple H's arse and get nice and deep in Paul Levesque's cheek. I laughed at that part. And then Pat wanted Cody to dance a little bit for that stupid kid in here. And then Randy Orton appeared. And then as Cody was coming into the ring, Randy Orton appeared on the screen. Orton said that Cody should come get his boy, Jelly Roll, who Randy Orton laid out. Orton pulled Jelly to the aisle and Cody left the ring, so Orton went to the back. Pat tried to sneak up behind Orton, but Cody was ready for it. And then Orton worked over Cody with uppercuts. Orton worked over Cody in the ring while Pat joined him in the ring. Pat punched Cody too, and Orton stomped on Cody by the turnbuckle. And then Pat gave Orton the WWE title, and Orton hit Cody in the head with the title. And Pat left the WWE title on his shoulder, and Orton walked away from it. This was a 25-minute segment. It was mostly a Pat McAfee burying the company, burying the top stars. Yeah. I mean, Pat is really entertaining, and he's over the top heel, but it's kind of funny, but it's just he shouldn't have gotten placed into this role with Randy Orton and Cody, because Cody and Orton had like 20-year stories that they could have told. They didn't really need to insert Pat McAfee into the title. And Orton does definitely need help winning the title. So Pat McAfee and Randy Orton were shown leaving the building. Pat said it felt like it's really been WrestleMania season. Orton said it feels that way to him. Pat said it's because Orton is in the focal point and he's on his way to becoming the 15-time world champion. And Pat had the WWE title with him and went into his Ram truck. So Pat went home like Cody told him to do. and Pat told the IW wrestling fans, "You're welcome." So I guess they're going to do the stolen title, the stolen WWE title belt gimmick. So don't think they need to do that, but so Jacob Fatu and Tamatonga with Jacob Fatu getting a win, as he should. A physical match to put over Jacob Fatu on the road. Jacob Fatu was about to do a promo, but Drew McIntyre attacked him from behind. Drew stomped him, and yeah, laid him out. Drew put handcuffs on Fatu's left hand and pulled him into the ring. Drew tackled Fatu to the ring. Charles Robinson was the only one out there trying to stop this. Drew punched Fatu with the handcuffs on his fist. Drew put the handcuffs on Fatu's wrist, and Drew kicked Fatu in the face. Fatu was bleeding from the head, fell down, and yeah, just a heel beatdown right before WrestleMania. Um, so I'm really looking forward to that match. And then Truth was backstage with the WWE Tag Team title while telling somebody about how to watch WrestleMania on ESPN. The camera revealed that Truth was talking to Dan Housing. Dan Housing talked about beating Kit Wilson and how he's going to take over the world. Damian Priest walked up to see Truth talking to Dan Housing, and Priest said that last week. Truth thought Oscar was Dan Housing. They got into those comedy arguments, and Dan Housing left. Rhea Ripley was showing B-Fab some equipment case backstage, or throwing B-Fab into equipment cases. Ripley talked to Priest and Truth, saying it was one down and one to go. Truth said something about Judgment Day, so Priest was frustrated by Truth's silliness. So, yeah. So the comedy styles of Danhausen and R-Truth would be hard to beat. They are both entertaining. So next is Sami Zayn and Trick Williams. The fans booed him. The fans booed Sami Zayn. Zayn spoke about how the winds had changed around here. Zayn said that Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton both told him to change and be more cutthroat. And Zayn said it sounds like the fans want to see change as well. Zayn said he's giving you something real. And Zayn knows that there are some people booing, but there are still people who care about him. Zayn said that when he meets fans who tell him they love him and they have his back, that's who cares about Zayn. Zayn said for the rest, he has to be honest because he doesn't know what he did. Zayn said it's okay because he doesn't actually care. Zayn said that in 9 days he's walking into WrestleMania as US champion and walking out. So, and with Trick on the ring, he said that people are tired of hearing Sami Zayn talk. And Trick trashed Zayn for not being able to get the job done. Trick didn't like that he had to have his WrestleMania match with Zayn. Trick claimed that Zayn can't stand Trick, and he doesn't think Trick deserved the opportunity. Zayn said he thinks they like him, but love takes a long time to build. Zayn said that Trick dresses up like a 1970s New York pimp. And Zayn said that Trick can make the jokes about gingerbread, but at WrestleMania he'll be in the ring with the WrestleMania main eventer. Zayn said he'll take Trick into the deep waters, so we'll see Trick can walk to walk. Well, I don't think Sami Zayn's ever once been in the main event, but sure. So next was Trick Williams and Matt Cadona. This match went 13 minutes, and it was a solid tag team. It was a solid TV match. Um, Trick Williams did really good, and Matt Cadona is really good. They really need to give like Matt Cadona some kind of gimmick because he's just kind of there, but. And then, yeah, the video package I heard about Oba Family and Brock Lesnar. Uh, so Danhausen's wrestling for his first time in WWE. He's facing Kit Wilson. This match went 3 minutes. It's a comedy match to give Danhausen a win on his debut. The spots worked and the fans love the guy. Comedy and pro wrestling can work well if the performers are good. So after the match, The Miz tried to attack Danhausen from behind. The lights went out. So Danhausen went away and the lights came back. Danhausen celebrated in the aisle. Jay Cargill was shown backstage asking if anybody's seen Michin. Jade found her and asked Michin what happened. Michin said that Rhea. Jade said, I got you. Jade's match is up next. So next week on Smackdown, they're doing the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, because they used to do it on the pre-show at WrestleMania, but they don't have a pre-show. And then they're doing an 8-man street fight with the White Six and MFT. Why are they doing that? I don't know. One thing I did forget to mention about the Royce Keys match. Royce Keys was interviewed by Kathy Kelly and asked how he felt about his debut. Keys said he loved that he got to do it in front of his people in the Bay Area. And the Solo said he runs things around here on Smackdown, so if there's anything that Keys needs, then Solo's door is always open. So it looks like they might be doing a Solo and Royce Keys feud. So I forgot to mention that. There's just a lot to get into. And yeah. So Io Sky was shown getting ready backstage when Rhea Ripley showed up to talk to her. Rhea said she took out Jade's friends. Guy told Ripley to stay back here because Sky doesn't want any distractions. Rhea said fine, but leave something for her. So Jade Cargill is the Io's guy. This match went 10 minutes. This match was not that great considering it's an Io Sky match, but Jade Cargill's not the best wrestler, so yeah, it was a classic Io Sky match like we've seen many times, but it was fine for what it needed to be. And Jade Cargill got the win. Jade Cargill isn't known for having the best matches. And after the match, Jade Cargill grabbed the steel chair. So Rhea Ripley's music hit, and Ripley ran down to the ring. Jade left the ring and walked back while Ripley checked on Sky. Jade said she'll see Ripley at WrestleMania. So, I thought the good was Alexa Bliss and Bayley match. The ugly was the Pat McAfee segment. I mean, as much as I like him as a heel, it just doesn't make sense. Because he was like like commentating. And the bad was the Check F 2 segment with the MFTs, because it's like, why? And the good was Bailey and Alexa, and yeah, and that was Smackdown. And yeah, so that was Smackdown, and yeah. Yeah, that was SmackDown, and then I still gotta do a top 5 yet, and I might just skip Dynamite review this week. Because Dynasty will be tomorrow, so I'll cover that. Because Dynasty's on right now, the pre-show, so yeah, so I'll do the top 5, and then I'll do the Dynasty review tomorrow. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.